By the end of this video, you'll know how to create a phantom wallet that you can use to self-custody digital assets like Solana, as well as how to properly secure the seed phrase to your wallet. Creating a wallet to store your crypto is the first step to getting off exchanges and on-chain. Welcome back to the DeFi 101 course. This course is made with support from the Solana Foundation and is designed to take you from a crypto investor to a crypto user. You can find a link to the full course as well as supplementary written materials in the description. Now let's get into it. For this course, we're going to focus on the phantom wallet. That's phantom spelled with a PH. However, most of the tips in this video will apply to any Web3 browser or mobile wallet. Phantom is available both as a browser wallet and as a mobile wallet, but this demonstration is going to focus on the browser version. Aside from installation, all security measures are effectively the same between the browser and mobile version. The first thing you need to do is install the Phantom extension. You can do this from phantom.com or directly from the Chrome Web Store. Note that although you're installing the extension from the Chrome Store, it will work on other browsers such as Brave as well. Once the extension is successfully installed, you'll see this window asking you to either create a new wallet or import an existing one. Since this video is part of a 101 series, I'm going to assume you need to create a new wallet. So we can go ahead and click on Create New Wallet. You'll then be asked to either continue with email using a Google or Apple account or to create a seed phrase wallet. There are pros and cons to each option. The pros of using a Google or Apple account are that you don't need to worry about securing your seed phrase yourself. You can recover it later using your Google or Apple account and a 4-digit PIN. The con is you're introducing a third party between you and your cryptocurrency, which negates some of the benefits that crypto gives as far as personal autonomy, self-custody, and ownership of your funds. The pros and cons of using a seed phrase are the opposite. You need to secure the seed phrase yourself, but you maintain complete control of your funds. While the Google and Apple login likely makes sense for some of you if you're experimenting on-chain for the first time and mostly interested in using crypto to invest. However, for this tutorial, we're going to use the seed phrase method as it's the tried and true way of holding crypto that people have been using for over a decade, and it's a little bit more complex, so it requires more instruction. Next, click on Create a Seed Phrase Wallet. You'll be asked to create a password. Note that this is not your seed phrase. This is solely used to access the wallet on this device. Now, the important part. You'll see a secret recovery phrase. This is a 12-word phrase that you can use to recover your wallet if you ever lose access to it. These 12 words are generated from a list of 2,048 words. And to give you a sense of how secure this is, it would take quadrillions of years for a computer to break this. That's quadrillions with a QU. The sun will burn out, the universe will die from a heat death long before a computer can crack your seed phrase. Some wallets nowadays use 24-word phrases, which are even more secure. Pause for a second. When you see warnings like the one on your screen that this phrase is the only way to recover your wallet and to not share it with anyone, please believe them. Understand that when you're moving crypto off an exchange, you are self-custodying it. That means no one, including exchanges, blockchain foundations, or your computer programmer cousin, can help you recover it. There's no customer support line for seed phrases. Have you ever heard the stories of people that had Bitcoin back in 2013 and they threw out a hard drive that would now be worth millions of dollars? It's because that hard drive has the only copy of their seed phrase. So we want to avoid that happening. The flip side of this is that not only is your seed phrase the only way to recover your wallet, but anyone who has it has access to your wallet. Your seed phrase is in fact basically your wallet. Remember this, if anyone asks you for your seed phrase, they're basically asking you to send them all of the assets in your wallet. I'd go so far as to say that anyone asking you for your seed phrase is trying to scam you. Here are some tips to keep your seed phrase secure. Never give your seed phrase to anyone. Phishing scams will commonly pose as wallet customer support and asks for your seed phrase to help you. Again, no one who means well will ask for it. Never record your seed phrase on a computer. If your computer were hacked, the hacker would have access to your funds. Store your seed phrase in multiple physical locations. Most people that lose access to crypto don't have it stolen. They misplace the seed phrase or lose it in a natural disaster. Recently, there were wildfires in California, and I heard of, unfortunately, at least one person that lost their digital assets because they lost their home and the seed phrase was inside. Some other tips for next level security. Use a ledger or other hardware wallet. This makes it so that in order to send your crypto, you need to press a button on a physical device. The only way to steal your crypto if you have a ledger is to trick you into approving a malicious transaction or to physically take it, and let's hope you don't have to deal with that. If you want to really take your security seriously, you might also consider getting a dedicated, cheap laptop for crypto. Finally, another good practice is to avoid all crypto-related links that come to you in direct messages or that you see on social media. Even for the experienced on-chain traveler, it can be difficult to spot scams 100% of the time. And now you are totally set up with a Phantom wallet and ready to make your first transaction. The first thing you'll need to do is deposit SOL into your wallet. SOL is used to pay network transaction fees on the Solana network. That's the next video in this series. Reminder that to keep up to date on new opportunities in the crypto market, you can check out our newsletter at newsletter.dynamodefi.com. And to see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Dynamo DeFi.